Eddie Howe is set to be given a war chest in the summer, with his side on the verge of qualifying for Europe's most prestigious competition and the Saudi Arabian owners ready to make for elite summer signings. Previous reports indicated that spending would be more frugal in the transfer window, in order to meet financial fair play rules. Newcastle have spent £250 million since the takeover was completed in the back end of 2021, with the only permanent outgoing being that of Chris Wood, which netted them £12 million. However, the Telegraph report the club are planning a significantly more bold approach than the previous £20 million budget that was being touted. There is set to be a big spend on Tyneside, with at least 4 elite players being targeted with the aim of immediately challenging for a first-team place. There has been a variety to Newcastle's signings so far, with players coming in from the continent and also those with Premier League experience. That looks set to continue. The first position being looked at is understood to be a right-sided centre-back to partner Sven Botman. Fabian Schär has been a valiant servant for Newcastle, but now 31, Newcastle may be interested in a younger defender to sit in the heart of their defence for years to come. A lot of top European clubs have been linked with South Korean international Kim Min-Jae, who only arrived in Naples in the summer, but is already being touted as one of the best in the world in his position. The 26-year-old is said to prefer a move to England if he is to leave Napoli, and has a release clause in his contract that could see him move to the Magpies for just £40 million. In a similar mold to Schär, Kim is comfortable in progressing play forwards with the ball at his feet, and to Napoli's in-form attackers, who we will come back to later. In hopes of further improving what has already been the most efficient defence in the league this season, with just 24 goals conceded, Newcastle are looking at bringing in another left-back. This comes despite already signing 2 players who can play in that position, in Dan Burn and Matt Targett. The former has been starting there primarily this season, but looked shaky at times, in the 3-0 defeat against Aston Villa, causing fans to question whether Targett will get his first start since November when the Toon take on Tottenham on Sunday. If head of scouting Steve Nixon finds a suitable candidate, it may be neither who is first choice next season. Kieran Tierney has been rumoured to be an option in the past, and it would fit Newcastle's strategy of signing Premier League proven players. The Scot has played second fiddle to Alexander Zinchenko this season, and Nuno Tavares' form for Marseille may see the 25-year-old drop to third choice next season. There may be some concerns about his injury record, but he is well renowned for his creativity in forward play. Fellow Scotland international Scott McTominay is amongst a long list of midfielders linked to a Newcastle move, with the Tyneside-based club hoping to bring in 2 this summer. Other Premier League players rumoured to be on the short list include James Maddison, Moises Caicedo, Conor Gallagher and Calvin Phillips. Look away West Ham fans, as Declan Rice is another that is being discussed and is someone who is guaranteed to slot straight into the Newcastle 11. Howe doesn't have a natural number 6 amongst their ranks, with Bruno Guimaraes fitting in there this season. The Brazilian is the Magpies' stand-out performer in the centre of the park, and the signing of Rice would allow him to play in the number 8 role where he is more of a threat. Fellow Brazilian and fan favourite Joe Linton could also operate in a role on the left, where Maddison could also drift to. It would be hard to imagine many fans would turn down the prospect of Maddison donning the black and white stripes. After all, the attacking midfield maestro would add a new element of creativity to the middle of the park, and would without doubt help get the best out of club record signing Alexander Isak. Maddison has played as a left midfielder in the past, so could also fill in as cover for the final role on Newcastle's lengthy shopping list, a forward. In the past, Newcastle have been linked with ex-Magpie Ivan Toney and Bayer Leverkusen's Moussa Diaby, who is believed to have been in talks with the club last summer. Other players on the continent that have been discussed are dynamic Napoli duo Victor Osimhen and Kvichik Kvaratskhelia, and Borussia Mönchengladbach striker Marcus Thuram. However, with plenty of in-form attacking talents in the ranks at present, it could be that the Magpies opt to keep their powder dry on a forward for now. With a big money move possible in either January or next summer. Newcastle's potential line up in 2023-24, 4-3-3, Pope, Trippier, Kim, Botman, Tierney, Rice, Guimaraes, Madison, Saint, Maximin, Isaac, Joe Linton.